Welcome to Spooky Stories with your host, Perfect Chaos. For the next few minutes, you are going to enter into the realm of the supernatural as we give you eyewitness accounts of the tremendous horrors these survivors faced. Everything you will hear will be retold as how they saw it. This is their story.
It's been a hectic couple of weeks, man. I was hunting. Went on an exotic hunting trip in the Himalayas. Me and a couple of my boys. We were dressed up. We had all the gear. We were ready for anything. We thought we were ready for anything that nature could throw at us. But there was something that we did not account for. When we got up there, we started tracking around and we started seeing some things. My first friend, he started trailing behind us a little bit because it was starting to scare him a little bit. But we noticed after a few hours, we couldn't see him anymore. We started doubling back to look for him. And all that we found were his toenail clippers.
You want to tell us about the toenail clippers?
They were green. And they smelled like his feet. We found those clippers. And next to it, we saw a big old footprint. And that footprint didn't resemble anything that I'd ever seen before. We started following the direction that it looked like that footprint was going. And we followed it for 5 days. No rest, a little bit of food, a little bit of water. And we came upon a cave in these mountains. And I'm telling you, this cave, it looked pretty ominous. Had icicles hanging down the front, looked a little bit like teeth. And you could see inside this cave the stalagmites. And we didn't really think much of it because, hey, it's a cave. And we're looking for our friend. We thought, hey, maybe he's in there. And when we got to that cave, we didn't see anything in there but a big pile of souvenirs that this thing took from each of the people that it had taken. But we did notice another set of footprints leaving out, that matched the footprint that we saw next to where our friend was taken. So we started tracking those. And it took us another 3 days of tracking, and we got to the crest of a hill, and that's when we saw it. And we were really surprised that we hadn't seen it before because it did not blend in with the environment at all. It was green and hairy. It was big, just ugly. And then, after we'd been watching it for a few minutes, we realized why we hadn't seen it before. Because it was fast. It was really fast. And part of what contributed to that speed, we soon learned, was that it stopped to lick up a little bit of snow before it started walking. And when it did that, just took off running like you wouldn't even believe. We realized why our friend didn't see it coming, because we couldn't see it move. But anyway, we realized, anything that exists here can be shot at. And so the sun was starting to go down behind the mountain range, and we saw it again. It was going poop in the middle of a plain. We thought, perfect time to shoot at it. But what we didn't realize was it was tracking us. And I was the only one who left that mountain range with my clothes on. The only one. My friends, man, they walked out of there. And we did find our friend, but he was a little cold. We all made it out of there alive. Man, when we got back to the States, first thing we did was we went to Denny's. Each got 2 pancakes, 3 eggs, 2 pieces of sausage. That cured the frostbite right out of our buddy. When he got back home, his nose was still blue, but the rest of him was pretty normal color.